We're gonna light up the fire.
Hey guys, this is Jia Hao. Welcome to our first ever Ember sessions here in this Echo Loft. We are so excited to be hanging out with you and for you to join us. In our Ember sessions, this is actually what we will be doing, singing songs, sharing stories, and for our first session, we have a bunch of special guests who are here with us all around this room, looking very happy. he's not smiling.
Looking very happy.
He's pretty like, I turned to the most serious one, but yeah. So all of our friends are here and we are all seated in a circle and you're joining us in this circle because we just want to have a really close and intimate time. And we're going to have each one of our friends here introduce themselves. Yay! Who wants to go first? The woohoo man or the serious man?
A serious man.
Okay, serious man. Go.
Hello, I'm Nathaniel. Yeah.
No, you're not Nathaniel. You're Neath.
My artist name is Neath. So that's why they've been calling me Neath. And yeah.
Why Neath?
Why Neath?
Yeah.
I mean, at first it was just like random, like it's just a bunch of letters from my name just like pulled out together. But after a while, I was thinking like Neath actually like is it kind of is like a short form of like underneath or beneath or something like that. And like I don't know, to me, doing music always reminds me that like there's always going to be someone better than me, and so like just stay in my lane and do what I do, and like yeah, someone will enjoy what I'm doing. Just be happy that that's happening.
You really sound quite cool when you say that. So, yeah.
I think it's a bandana.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Senor.
Everyone's thinking, is he Singaporean?
You're not right.
Come on, do some singing.
Hello, la.
Yes.
I'm 100% Singaporean. Yeah, and I'm pure Chinese as well, even though a lot of people don't think I am.
Name one favorite hawker food. No.
Char kway teow.
Okay, he's Singaporean. Okay, guys, it's safe.
Yeah,
No,
with
just kidding.
cockles.
With cockles.
Come on, guys.
Uncle Hum, my
with
hum.
hum. Then
Hum.
hiam.
No, what's that?
You know
Oh
hiam?
my
Oh,
god.
you know hiam.
He's
Ah?
not.
Wow, this one.
Give you away.
This one, yeah. Have to think twice already, yeah.
So welcome.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be here. Honestly,
cool.
Yeah. It's like,
Man, glad to have you here, man. And he's the awesome guy who has been helping us with the audio for this session.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Just setting up everything for us for the audio side, like it's solid.
So
Yeah,
talented, are you?
Anytime.
Yeah,
Yeah, always happy to help.
Yeah. And now we have Paris.
Hello, I'm Pris. I'm from the Fireplace Collective, and I sing and I play the keys as well. And yeah, these two guys are my awesome teammates from the Fireplace Collective. And we're really excited for our first episode today. And thanks for being our special guest. Looking forward to all the songs that we're going to sing later.
Okay, so I'm Josh, and I am the creative director of the Fireplace Collective. And looking forward to hear some good songs today.
Whoever has long hair is creative. I think.
My parents will be very unhappy about that. So I guess we're gonna start sharing songs. So I'll go first. There's this song that we're gonna do. It's actually a song not written by me, but actually it was written by someone that I met at a Bible college. It's this I don't want to say auntie, but like an older lady.
Older lady.
Yeah. So she's like quite a big sister in the class, and she actually received this lyrics and song from I think it's when she woke up, she heard this melody and this lyrics, and after reading one of this passage from the Bible, called The Lost Son, she started just penning down the lyrics, and she's not a musician. She's a mother of two, and she just started writing this song, and she was going around the class and asking, does anyone do music? I went to class without wanting to tell anyone that I did music, just so that I could just be there and listen to in class and all that kind of stuff, right? But then someone knew about it, and then she was like, hey, why don't you recreate this song? I've been writing songs for I think a good 2 years. Had an issue with songwriting. Yeah. I didn't feel like a proper release. In my heart, I would write a lot of songs in the past, that just flowed very naturally. But I know that I wanted to use my songwriting skills for the purpose of serving God, basically. I wanted to write Christian songs. I didn't want to write other songs anymore. Yeah, and I couldn't flow because I had no knowledge of I don't know if I'm writing correct stuff. You know what I mean? Like you talk about even theology or whatever. Am I writing stuff that makes sense? And I needed that conviction, lah. But when this lady gave me this song, she told me this song is called The Lost Son, and that was the exact same passage that stuck in my heart, right, for me to say, I want to come back to church, and I truly believe that God is real. Yeah. And that song was so significant to me. So I recreated the song within the day, and I was like, wow, it almost felt like the floodgates have been opened. And I had this flow of creativity, of songwriting, and I wrote my first song called Daily, which I'll play another day. But this song, this just started everything, So it's called The Lost Son. You want to try it out?
What song is that?
This is the first time. No, it's not. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I am broken, I am lost. Nothing good comes out of me. On this road of hopelessness, only darkness I can see. Then I thought of you, my Father. I'm coming home to you. Then I see you come running to me. That love, how could this be? So I say thank you for loving me. You hug me, you kiss me, you clothe me. Nothing matters now. What's lost now? Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Out of me on this road of hopelessness, only darkness I can see.
Then I thought of you, my Father. I'm coming home to you, and I see you come running to me. That love, how could this be? So I say thank you for loving me. You hug me, you kiss me, you clothe me. Nothing matters now. What's lost now? Hallelujah, hallelujah. Sing of His greatest love for me. I was blind, but now I see. And I will rejoice. I will rejoice. Sing of His greatest love for me. I was blind, but now I see.
So I say thank you for loving me. You hug me, you kiss me, you clothe me. Nothing matters now. What's lost now? Hallelujah. What's lost now found.
What was that?
找到了。Yeah, that's the Lost Son. That's the song. Yeah.
Nice.
So anybody else wanna share a song?
Yeah, I'll share.
Okay.
Yes, I wrote a song. This is called Love Like Mine. I wrote it from a mom's perspective because there was one time, I think my son, when I got home from a gig, because I'm a musician, I got home from a gig and then I didn't bring my phone to the gig. And that's very rare. Like, who doesn't bring your phone out nowadays, right? Yeah, so I didn't even notice until I got to the wedding and then I was singing. I was like, hey, Mom, where's my phone? But I didn't have my phone. So I was like, okay lah, never mind lah. Nothing's going to happen. I'll just leave it. And then when I got home after the gig, then I remember I opened the door and my house was so brightly lit, which is very rare because normally when my son sleeps, then everything is dark. So my helper was like mopping the floor and then there was blood all over the floor. I was like, oh my God, what happened? So then I realized that my hubby and my son were in hospital. So while I was out singing, then I think they were showering. My hubby was showering my son, and then the shower glass shattered. Yeah, like, okay, I should have like some, Yeah, so it shattered, and then like I think it cut him here, right here, like between the eyes. So thank God it didn't hit his eye. And then he had like 6 stitches, and
his
he was,
forehead.
Yeah, I think it was here.
Wow, Harry
Yeah.
Potter.
Yeah. yeah. Sometimes it glows. No.
When Voldemort is close.
You can sense evil.
No,
Oh my God, mommy's coming.
No, yeah, who's Voldemort in the family?
Yeah, so I got home and then that happened, and then I remember being very, very worried, like, wow, what's going on? And I think when I got to the hospital, then we couldn't sleep because they kept doing checks on him. Like every hour I had to take his temperature, I had to like check this, eat your medicine lah. It's like, oh my God, just let us rest, Then my son was crying like almost every hour. So I was like, oh my God, so heart pain, How do you deal with this kind of, like, I'd rather just take the pain from him lah. I'd rather be in his place and like just not have him go through that. Yeah, so I remember, I think it was about 3 a.m. where everything kind of stopped. It quietened down. Like they stopped coming in to check and then we could all rest. But I couldn't sleep because I was like so restless. My mind was just very noisy. Yeah, so then I opened I wanted to read the Bible lah. And then the verse that came out was, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son. Right, and growing up as a Christian, like everybody knows that verse lah. I don't know, you all know that verse, right? Yeah, in primary school, like every week, chapel is always this verse. But I never truly understood the meaning until like this happened. Like what if my only son is gone? So it gave me a little bit of perspective on how God's love is for us. Like a father's love. It's unconditional and whatever that we go through, like he feels the same way too. Yeah, so I wrote this song and here goes.
Darling, I love you. I'd do anything for you. I'll take the blame for you. Give of my everything. I don't expect anything, even if my heart breaks. You do what you want to, you do what you can. I'll be watching over you. How sweet it is to see you follow me. How beautiful you are when you love like this. I hope you find what you need in me. 'Cause there's no greater mess than a beautiful mess. Come home to me when you're ready to see. I'll give you peace, not what the world gives, and you'll come to see love like mine. I'll gladly take your place, wipe the tears off your face. My heart aches when you ache, and I see your every struggle. Oh, yes I do, and you'll always have me. Oh, and a love like mine. How sweet it is to see you follow me. How beautiful you are when you love like this. I hope you find what you need in me. 'Cause there's no greater mess than a beautiful mess. Come home to me when you're ready to see. I'll give you peace, not what the world gives. I'll come to see a love like mine.
Everyone take a deep breath.
Yeah, man.
I feel like I need to whisper after this song.
Yeah.
Why?
Like so delicate, you know, the emotion.
Hug someone next to you right now.
Hey, COVID.
COVID.
Yeah. Follow the restrictions.
That
Wow,
was
wow, wow.
that
That
was
was
that was good.
amazing.
Phenomenal.
I really like in our relationships with people, and I'm also a parent, like how like people would draw out emotions from your heart that weren't there or you never knew were there in the first place. I think like this song as you're singing it is exactly that. Like there's this deep place of love for someone, you know, that you would never have known until like you had your son and your son went through that moment, and it was like, whoa, this is how much I will go and this is what I will do for you, you know. Yeah, so I think we totally could feel that when you were singing it. It was like Nate is going to be like, oh, I'm 25 this year, my mom wrote this, and I was like 3 years, I'm still crying today, you know? Yeah, it's like,
Oh my god, did you
That's
please?
true. Eh?
can you imagine like when you are like a grown, like if you're a grown man and you're like, my mom wrote this for me when I cut my face when I was young.
Yeah.
I was like, what? You know?
That's mad.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
How
yeah.
Nate became Harry Potter.
Uncle Josh is Voldemort.
Yes, I will play that role.
No, I like that line. No greater mess than a beautiful mess.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
so deeply profound and
It's
complex.
true.
Yeah. I mean, you look at our Christian walk and so
Yeah.
it's like the greatest mess is like, as in like death is like the greatest mess, you know? But like to us, we see it as the beautiful mess that is
Yeah,
like the salvation, which is like
Yeah.
kind of cool as well.
yeah.
Yeah, so I love that line, and there's a lot of parallels between like what we believe in and our life as well.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of cool.
I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a literal
Jeez.
mess when I got home. So
Yeah.
all the
Right.
glass was
Blood
like
and
everywhere.
glass.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, but you know, like in that you
Yeah.
see something else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it that like God is not afraid of our mess. As much as sometimes we feel like if God saw our mess, like He'll be like, I'm so ashamed of you, or like, you know, get your act together. But God is like, when He comes in, there is just so much compassion. And, you know, can God really see a beautiful mess?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it sounds nice to sing it, but do we believe it? Do I believe
Right.
it when I mess up? I'm like, not really, you know.
Yeah.
But this way I want to come to God and say, like, God, show me your love in such a way that I have not understood, you know. Yeah, so...
Yeah. Wow. Feelings. Good. A mess. Best. Okay, we have the ultimate star here
Yes.
that everyone's been waiting for.
Our special guest.
Our
So much
Spotify artist, Mr. Neath, for Underneath. Hey.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Thanks for coming down, man.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolute honor, honestly. As in, like this is such a cool setup and like to be a part of. Like the first time you guys are doing it and you asked me, I was like, what?
Yeah, man.
So yeah, I'm very, very honored to be here, honestly. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to share a song, and it's called Moments. I think I released it like last year in July. Yeah, and like on the surface level, the songs are very like boy likes girl kind of thing. Like, and you're talking from the lyrics, you can kind of look at it and think like, oh, it's like a guy telling another guy to like, hey, like treasure your times you spend with this girl, right? And that was actually what it was meant to be when I wrote it in the first place. But I think as I was writing it and over the time of like listening to it over and over again, because I had to like prepare it for the release and things like that, I really looked at the idea, the real foundational idea behind the song, and not letting your moments run away from you, you know? Like, so me, I believe that like we as people were put on earth by God in these little pockets of time, right? And these pockets of time will continue to move on, and it will just keep changing for the rest of our lives, right? And people will be involved in these little pockets of time with us, and it's something so unique and so like it can't be replicated, all these little pockets of time. And I think that sometimes, good or bad, like so like situations in this pocket of time, people in this pocket of time, we can't dictate them. We can't choose what kind of situation we're going to be in, or the people that we're going to be in these situations with, and so, whether it's good or bad, right? But the only thing that we can really, really determine and decide for ourselves is how we are going to look at it and how we're going to respond to these situations and the people around us. And so that's the idea behind the song. I was studying in Australia and I came back, right? And so on the way back on the plane, I watched a movie called Jojo Rabbit, but it has nothing to do with the song. Sorry.
What? Jojo Rabbit?
Jojo Rabbit. So it's a wonderful film, actually. It's like, but at the end of the movie, they put a quote in. It goes like, let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. Just keep going, because no feeling is final. Right, and that's I really, really remember that quote so much because I loved it so much. And you can look at the quote and think like, okay, like it's trying to tell me that like, yeah, if bad stuff happens, like it's okay because like it's gonna end, right? But you flip it around and you say like good things happen, but good things will also end. And so like, what's our response? Like, we just cherish the moments that we have and just enjoy them as much as we have with the people that we have. I'm a fan of football, and so I watch like documentaries, right? And there's this one football coach, and he says, this guy called Pep Guardiola, he says to his team, and they were about to like break a record for something, a club history record for something. I don't remember what it was, but he said to his team, like, right now in this moment, what we are living, we will never experience ever again in our lifetimes. Like, and then he goes, my advice to you guys, take it, like, don't drop it. Right. So just hold on to it. Right. And so like, I think like, as this was all after like I wrote Moments, but like it really like came back to like remind me that like, yeah, that's essentially what we can do in difficult times, in good times, whatever it is. Like, yeah, that's our response, I guess. And yeah, so that's kind of how Moments is as a song. And yeah.
Suddenly I see time in a very modular like form.
Yeah.
Like it's really like
I think we don't realize it sometimes, like that it's constantly moving and it's constantly changing. Like the closer we get to something new, the further away we are from the last thing that happened. And it just keeps going and going and going, and so,
and it's never final.
It's never final. So yeah.
Loud it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You ask yourself the question why you feel the way you do, and caught between all these emotions, what are you gonna do? You feel the world is crashing all around, and you don't know how to piece yourself together as you figure things out. And don't let these moments pass you by, 'cause there might come a time when you won't be by her side. So don't let these moments mess your mind. When you think you're in the driving seat, but you lose it all within a beat. So don't let these moments pass you by. You think you know the reason why she feels the way she does, and all these wild imaginations will bury the photograph. Your mind is caught within the crosshairs of an empty thought. Just piece yourself together as you figure things out. Don't let these moments pass you by, 'cause there might come a time when you won't be by her side. So don't let these moments mess your mind. When you think you're in the driving seat and you lose it all within a beat. So don't let these moments pass you. Don't let these moments pass you by, 'cause there might come a time when you won't be by her side. So don't let these moments mess your mind. Oh, when you think you're in the driving seat, but you lose it all within a beat. So don't let these moments pass you by. So don't let him pass you by. Ooh, don't let him pass you by. The story isn't finished, so don't try to write your ending. And stay within this moment and treasure the time you share. 'Cause one day you'll remember when I said these words to you. So don't let these moments pass you by. Don't let these moments pass you by.
Whoa, man.
Oh, so nice.
Thank you.
So I have a question. Who's the girl?
Don't want to name names.
That's like asking a magician for his secret.
It's
Yeah.
true, right? It's true.
I
Did she hear it or not? Does she know it's about her?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
maybe she sees this, she will now. But yeah, no, it's a long time. It's a couple of years ago, but yeah.
I see.
Yeah, it's just.
Wow.
I feel like as songwriters, like I feel like if we there's a beauty to like not telling people what the song is, because like if you like it's something so personal, but then when you feel like you release it or like you like tell somebody what your song story is, then it kind of like it loses the magic for me sometimes. So
Yeah, but it's true because everyone is attaching their emotions,
mm,
like or their own individual moments or stories to your song
Yeah.
right now.
yeah,
Yeah, someone could be like on their
Yeah.
deathbed or
Absolutely.
like in a difficult moment in their lives, and they are listening to this song, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to let this moment pass me by.
yeah.
You know, in this moment, whether it's cherishing the ones I love or like like caring about my family or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because like as you're saying that as well, like so the guy who sang on the track in Spotify, his name is Luke Barton. He's from California, I think. Yeah, so he was someone I met in college, and I got him to sing this song. So he sang the first part for the song, and then when I heard, and he sang the choruses as well. When I heard the demo that he did, I was like how is it possible that I wrote a song coming from my own experience, and somehow he sang the song and convinced me like he was the one that wrote the song. So it blows my mind like what music can do to people, and like just combining everybody's like different perspective over a track. Yeah.
It's true. So where can we find your music? Do you have new stuff coming out?
Yeah.
What
So
are the-
like Moments is part of an album called Perspective. I think there's like 6 songs in there. So that was like my first EP or whatever. And it's on like Apple Music, Spotify, all the places. If you search like Neath, Neath with a full stop at the end, you can find it.
Must have the full stop. at
Yeah,
the
you
end.
may have to have the full stop at the end. Yeah, I don't know why. I just thought it was cool. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So on Instagram and so it's like Neath full stop music. Yeah. And you can
Nice,
find all.
nice.
Oh yeah, and I have,
And your new stuff coming out.
yeah.
do
So
you-
it's not coming out.
Okay, sorry,
Yet
in the process.
But like I'm just still like working on new stuff,
Right.
which will be a nice little album and hopefully a treat for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So what's the song that you
Heavy metal song.
heavy metal song?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna share a song called "Eye of the Storm," and I wrote this song while waiting for my son to finish school. So I remember I was kind of like walking around like Holland area, and I was like just making melodies in my head. Then I just found something.
Holland as in
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say.
country? Or Holland
Netherlands, no lah.
Netherlands?
Holland Drive.
Holland Village there lah.
Oh, Holland Village.
Holland Village lah, not Holland. Yeah. So it was interesting because these words that came were like "Eye of the Storm," and yeah, and just the lyrics just spontaneously came, and as I thought about it, it was interesting because like when we walk through life, like what Neath was saying, like we have so many moments that we go through. And some moments are like storms, they're like thunderstorms, they're like rain and all that. But there are always moments that are actually like the eye of the storm for us, where things get really bad or like we're walking through something really difficult. And the moment I say this, it's almost like everyone can identify that moment, like where you are like super desperate or going through a bad time. And even in my own life, like I realized that, life hasn't always been very easy. My family and I, we find ourselves living a certain kind of life that is not really the norm, I think. And I think it's pretty much my fault, because many years ago when I was young, how they always have these like church sermons, right? For youths, and the preacher will be so fired up, and then they will preach a whole storm, and then they will give something called the altar call, and like everyone's so fired up, right? And everyone comes to the front and like, who is gonna give your life to Jesus? They were like, yes, and then I find myself like remembering moments like this where I said like yes to God, that I will do anything, that I will go anywhere, just because His love has been so real to me. But never did I know, right, that all these moments have sown a seed in my life that God, right, tells me to today, like, it is in you and you still remember. And I realized that when those moments happen, it was more than just like a good like youth like fad that I experienced, but it was a seed that has defined who I was. So my wife and I, like, we have made so much of these choices to not like just climb the corporate ladder, like get a good career, like try to earn as much money, and have a comfortable life. But our lives are really just down to this one thing. God, what are you calling us to do? Where are you calling us to go? How can we love you more? And how can we love the people around us more? Yeah. And in that journey, I realized that, wow, it's quite a high price to pay, because God doesn't always lead us to the most like seemingly profitable way. And sometimes it does cost us a lot financially, it costs us a lot like emotionally. And there were times where we look at our wallets and it's like, oh my gosh, we are almost down to zero. And when you say this, like, every Singaporean family is like, oh my gosh, like you need to have your savings, and we totally understand that. But yet in the way that the Lord has led us, like, we realized that it was part of that journey of learning what it means to really like sacrifice, and to trust that as we obey Him, like He will always be faithful to provide. And this has been the number one lesson. So I think this song just really like came out of that deep place, that even if I am at the eye of the storm, like, God, I can trust that you are there. Yeah. So this is that song. Jesus, you are all that I need. Your rod and your staff, Lord, they comfort me. You're guiding me close, calling me home. You're leading me to the one who matters most. Lord, here I am, giving all that I have. You are God in my day of trouble. Through it all, Lord, your love won't waver. In the eye of the storm, you'll be my God. Jesus Christ, King over the oceans, call me out, let me walk on water. I will place all my trust in you, my God. Faithful you are to what you said. On you alone, Lord, my hope shall stand. And though the storms may cloud my eyes, but with my heart I'll perceive your light. And mighty are you, God, who carries me through. You are God in my day of trouble. Through it all, Lord, you love the storm, you'll be my God. Jesus Christ, King over the ocean, call me out, let me walk on water. I will place all my trust in you, my God. Lord, in your time, you will make all things right. Though I don't see in the midst of the fight, still I'll rejoice, 'cause you're right by my side, oh God. You're all that I need. You are God in my day of trouble. Through it all, Lord, your love won't waver. In the eye of the storm, you'll be my God. Jesus Christ, King over the oceans, call me out, let me walk on water. I will place all my trust in you, my God. Oh, I put my trust, I put my trust, I put my trust in you. I put my trust, I put my trust, I put my trust in you. Yes, I put my trust, I put my trust, I put my trust in you. In the eye of the storm, you'll be my God. You are my God.
Oh, that was nice. That was
That
nice.
was awesome, man.
I feel like I heard this song in so many different versions. Like, yeah, and like every version, it still has the same impact, you know. So you're gonna release this song, right? You're thinking of releasing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Like-
because we have kind of like almost finished producing the song, but it's kind of like finding like the time to actually release this. So it actually sounds very different from this version. So let's not give anything away, but it sounds really different. Yeah.
And then Pris, your new stuff.
So I'm going to be working on my songs. I think I have not released any songs, but I have wrote some last year during COVID when everything hit, and I had some time to just like go through a lot of things. I think it was like emotional roller coaster. And that's when like it's content to write songs, because when I'm happy I cannot write songs. Only when I'm sad and like, you know, yeah. Right? Do you find that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
That's very much
When
so.
you
Right,
emo,
struggle.
you got
Emo,
feel
yeah.
to
Yeah,
write
no.
songs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
No one writes songs when they're watching Netflix, right? That's
Can try.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll be working on my songs this year and hopefully get to release them soon.
All right. And where can we find your music, your stuff, all the...
Yeah, Instagram, I guess, Priscilla Tan Music.
Okay. And
What about yourself? You
no,
didn't plug
I
yourself.
have no music coming. But if there is, I would definitely plug it in someday. So that's the end of our very first Ember sessions. We hope you enjoy it, and we are just so glad to have Neath here on board. And so yeah, if you like what you hear, you like what you see, you know, check out all the links that we are attaching below in the description or even on the screen itself if we do have it on the screen. And stay tuned for more, where we will bring in more friends, more new songs, more stories, and come vibe with us for the next Ember sessions. And we'll see you at the next one. So bye-bye.
Bye.